And there we go. All done. I am confident that this transfer is properly applied. What's going on, everyone? Joe here with JoesDTF.com. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I want to talk about tote bags. I've had a couple customers that have had a couple issues when applying JoesDTF transfers to tote bags. So I want to go over the process. And for those that are watching that may have had some issues with application, with hot peel, I want to show you that cold peel is also an option. And this is especially an instance when I want you guys to use a cold peel with JoesDTF transfers. So I'm working with canvas, 100% cotton tote bags, which some of you have probably used before. This is for a customer's event. I want to show you guys, this is a little bit of an abrasive surface of these tote bags. Some of them are different. They could be smoother, softer. This is 100% cotton, although it is canvas, and it's a little rougher. So I just want to show you guys the proper application for tote bags. And this goes with anything you're applying JoesDTF transfers to, is making sure that you're getting proper and firm pressure on your heat press. That is very, very important. And things like this have all sorts of potential obstructions to cause uneven pressure, like the handles, the seams, the bottom where it creases here. These are all things that will cause uneven pressure because we want to apply on the face or one of the sides of the tote bag. And these seams can cause uneven pressure, which will cause the application to fail. And we don't want that. So I'm going to show you how to properly apply these, and I'm going to show you a very helpful tool. This is a pressing pillow. Now, if you don't have a pressing pillow, you can use a towel. You just want to make sure when you're using the towel that it's even and flat, just like this is. Now, pressing pillows are relatively cheap. You can find them around all over the internet. This is a huge tool, especially for tote bags here. So what I'm going to do is just thread the pressing pillow into my tote bag. Now, I'm only pressing on one side, so I'm threading the pressing pillow inside, in between the crease at the very bottom, so I have a flat surface when I'm pressing. Now, on my heat press, I'm going to preheat. I'm going to make sure that the handles are off of the heat press. The most you can have off of the heat press that you aren't applying on, the better the pressure is going to be. So in this case, I'm just going to take the seams and the handles slightly off of the heat press. Pressure is set to accommodate my tote bags. Because of that thickness, I had to dial it back a little bit, but you still want to make sure it's firm. So when you are doing, see, I have to apply a lot of pressure to force that down, but that's what I want. My heat press is set to 290 degrees, as we recommend with JoesDTF transfers. Here's my transfer. I hope you can pick it up. Very, very detailed. Small, thin lines on the rows. Very small text around there. So I just want to show you, I know a couple people have had issues with thinner designs and they've been peeling up. So what I'm going to do, I preheated. I'm going to find my center, my placement, get your parchment paper, some sort of cover sheet, lay it on top of it, and I'm going to press for 10 seconds. Now again, with JoesDTF applications, we recommend the 290, 5 seconds, peel hot, go back in 10 seconds. You have all sorts of different ways you can apply it with JoesDTF transfers. When we have those recommended suggestions on application, we're usually referring to apparel. Things like this, you can mess around with the settings and you're going to be fine, especially things that aren't going to be washed regularly. I said that? All right, you can see my application. I am not peeling this hot. One way you can tell is when you see the carrier sheets a little bubbly. The other thing is not only will the canvas tote bag hold the heat, the pressing pillow is also holding the heat. So I can't peel this out because the adhesive on the Joe's DTF transfer isn't able to adhere right. So what I'm gonna do is use my workspace and just lay it upside down onto the surface of the table. This is gonna cool it down. And while you're doing that, I always recommend go on to the next thing. So I have 2 left I have to do. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Preheat. Okay. Press that for 10 seconds. While that's going, I'm going to peel this. Easy peasy. This one got the first press, same as last one. I'm gonna lay it face down. But I wanna go back on this first press. It's not done. Because it was bubbly, you might still see little pieces. Mine looks fine right now, but it might not be properly adhered because the carrier sheet also doesn't allow it to get that flat application. So here I'm gonna just do a second press with the heat press pillow and a cover sheet. So same as before, take my parchment paper, lay it on top, press it for the 10 seconds. While that's going, I can peel my carrier here. Easy. Now this one is 100% completed. I'm gonna do my final application. "10 seconds, final application. And there we go. All done. I am confident that this transfer is properly applied. Again, look at that fine detail. I'm not worried about anything lifting up. This is all applied onto the canvas tote bags. I have a total of 15 of them. That I just knocked out doing that same application. All these are ready to go. Very, very important. Making sure that you have proper application, firm, even applications with Joe's DTF transfers. I cannot stress that enough. With a heat press, ideally. I know some of you are trying out with a home iron, the Cricut Easy Press. That is totally cool. I want you guys to try it out, but I don't recommend using that, especially when you're selling finished goods, because I wouldn't trust the wash test with it. A heat press is the most important tool when applying Joe's DTF transfers. I really want to make sure you're doing that correctly. Other tools are very helpful. Pressing pillows, they come in all sorts of different dimensions. They are very, very handy in terms of other types of apparel that you might need to use one. If you're doing a left chest, if you're doing a tank top like this, I had the seams here. I use the pressing pillow. If you have hoodies, you want to do stuff that, or use the pressing pillow for things that are going to cause uneven pressure. That's when you generally have the issue on your washing, if you see lifting and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's all good. And for those that aren't having the best luck with the hot peel, you can see that cold peel works just as well. But I want to show you that the heat from your lower platen, the heat from your garment, things like this might restrict you. Also, if you can't get the hot peel, that's totally fine. You want to wait till the adhesive cools a little bit so that it's gripped to the apparel so you can pull that carrier sheet off smoothly. But always go back and get that final application that we recommend for the full 10 seconds, and that is going to completely bond your garment. So I hope this helped, especially those that are using tote bags. They're very, very awesome. They're helpful. This is for an event coming up for my brother's fiance, and so I know a lot of you have stuff going on. School is around the corner. You got stuff coming up for your kids or school events, school organizations. Tote bags definitely go a long way for those kind of things. I hope this video helped. I really wanted to show you guys the proper application. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Leave some comments if you have any questions along the way. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting Joe's DTF so far. I really, really appreciate it. And most of all, keep being a rock star.